Tangled Before or Ever After. And just by the luck of being at a TV with cable this weekend, I saw it at least 3 times. Just because it happened to be playing on TV and I was home doing laundry. But anyway, I saw this movie about 3 times, and yes, I think I've developed a strong opinion. Let's see, did I like it? I think I liked most of it. There was a lot of parts I didn't like. Do I want to see the series? Absolutely, yes, I want to definitely see the series. But let's dive into those whole pro and cons. They have both. Let's see if the list goes evenly. Let's see. Pro, the animation is absolutely lovely. I mean, I heard it wasn't Flash, or it was some kind of like puppet Flash kind of thing where, I don't know, it's kind of a mix of 2D puppeteering, and I just thought it was lovely. God, it was so nice to look at. It was all bright and colorful, and even though, like, they don't have like lines outlining these characters just by their colors, it's nice and it looks so much better in my eyes than Canadian shows like 16 ever did. It's so nice. I love it for that. Oh God, it's the part I'm still most excited about. Like, there's gonna be a whole series on this show, looking as good and beautiful as it does. Oh, I love it. God, the stills are so nice, and there's so many details with the background, and everything just has these lovely swirls and swoops, and oh, it's so nice to look at. And it goes with like Rapunzel's hair having to swoop and swoop. It's just so nice. Let's see. Pro of, main character of Tangled. Sadly, neutral gender title Tangled, not just Rapunzel, even though it is Rapunzel. And I got a small kick when, they were announcing it on Disney Channel that Tangled with Rapunzel. Like, they have to remind people that it's about a girl character. Yeah, it's not just gender neutral. I mean, boys can like princesses. So yeah, it's got Rapunzel, and that's a fun name, Rapunzel. I think it means like squash or lettuce in German. Anyway, Rapunzel, our main character, our main heroine, our princess. She's very, very cute. I really love seeing her as a brunette with her little hair, brought her green eyes, like the dark hair made her eyes just brighter. And yeah, she's just got this sweet smile, and it reminded me of when I saw Tangled in theaters, how, I don't know, her childlike abilities actually appeal to the kids in the audience. It's kind of like when you watch kids watch Sesame Street. They were telling her, no, you put the crown on your head, not on your arm. Like, they really, little kids adapted to her because she's childlike. And I think that's what, appealed to children from later days. It's what appealed in Frozen and The Little Mermaid. When a character is kind of childlike, it appeals to children, and it's sweet. And I kind of like that in this story, yes, she got the guy, she got the family, she got rid of the bad guy, and she has her happy ending, but, because she was kind of crammed and just living in her kidnapped stasis the whole time, she's not ready to settle down yet. She's not ready to be somebody's wife and all that. She's kind of like a late blooming teenager or chick in her 20s, which she is, where, she wants to go out, she wants to meet people and see stuff and try to figure herself out. And as someone in her 20s, I can appreciate that. Not wanting to get married yet and all that, despite having, good resources and good grounds and all that. She just kind of wants to figure herself out. And yes, that's so privileged, but, you want to kind of see this person with magic and privilege do stuff. I can see myself struggle already. Though it does remind me how much I would love a Princess Tiana show. But anyway, back to Rapunzel. As cute as she is, and even though I think she's quite delightful, Rapunzel was never perfectly original. I feel like she was always like a collage of other Disney princess characters. Like, she looks just like Ariel. Like, that's what I thought when it first came out. Okay, it's blonde CG Ariel. With the big eyes and the bang and all that. And I found out that that's largely because the guy who, drew Ariel, Glenn Keane, his daughter, she's doing the show. And also Glenn Keane, did Rapunzel's hair, and my God, the man is a master of Disney animation hair. He did Pocahontas, the Beast, God. Oh, God, I love his hair work. Anyway, so Rapunzel, she's like Ariel, which is good and bad. Bright and perky and all that jazz. And, she has the whole makes friends with woodland creatures easily, kind of like Snow White. And that's sweet. kind of goes back to the old, like, first Disney princesses, which some people criticize for being boring and, just living the mundane lives of cleaning and whatnot. I personally was fine with the classic princesses stories. It's like, okay, yeah, when you're not rich, you stay home cleaning and do stuff like that. Like, you do your own stuff. You might as well sing a song to make your, tedious work a little more bearable. But as for, then they had the 90s princesses, which were way more spunky and had more personality. When you get to, like, this millennials age, where the princesses have even more story, like more stakes in their characters. Yeah, I kind of hope Rapunzel, has more stakes in her own thing. That's what she's trying to figure out. She's trying to figure out how to even have her own stakes. But yeah, she looks like Ariel. She has Snow White abilities. She's kind of a shut-in like Jasmine and, Hunchback Quasimodo. But she was never as sad or frustrated enough for me. Like Quasimodo was talking to statues in his movie, and Jasmine was running away at every opportunity she could. Granted, they weren't as like mentally. Well, Quasimodo was pretty fucked up mentally, but he was fucked up mentally. Like Rapunzel's just more like an obedient child fucked up, where I would much rather her see more like a creepy shut-in kind of squirrely fucked up. That's what I was always disappointed with Tangled, how she wasn't creepy enough for me. Yeah, she goes more on the flighty cuteness of it, but I think it would have been really interesting. And now she's got to deal with her dad, where, he is actually taking the whole my child was kidnapped for 18 years thing pretty damn appropriate, in my opinion. It's like, yes, he's super protective because for all I knew, his daughter was dead for the last 18 years. Like, yeah, he is appropriately messed up for this. I can understand. He's got the power now to keep her locked in the cage so she never runs away. Not that she ran away for the first time, but I'm just saying, like, he wants to keep her close because now she's finally here. She's finally alive. Like, his child is actually alive. God, that makes sense to me. Like, yes, he's being extremely controlling with this whole thing, but he didn't have control when she was a baby, so he's late to the whole, catch-up game. And it's a confusing situation of where, she is childlike, but she's not actually a child. So do you want this person to be your queen, to be your heir? I mean, in the last 18 years, did the king and queen have any other plans who would rule their kingdom? Okay, this is a point I want the series to bring up, was did they have any backup plan if, God forbid, they had never found Rapunzel? Did they have a backup plan? Also, I have a question of why they call her Rapunzel. Like, I mean, it wasn't implied in the movie that they named her Rapunzel. That was kind of just Goffel's thing. But then in, like, the small flashback the king had mentally was looking out the window where he was calling up for Rapunzel, so I'm confused on that part. I guess they're just calling her now because that's what she responds to. But if there was a scene where they originally wanted to call her something else, like, I don't know, Linda or Betty, that would have been amusing to me. That would have, mentioned the whole gap thing. Like, they had gaps where they didn't talk because they didn't know each other for years. I want them to expand on that. So yeah, her issues with her dad makes sense to me. I'm getting really good Trident feels from this, and they make sense. Honestly, I think his, like, protectiveness makes more sense than Moana's father's protectiveness, because at one point it wasn't just his little girl he was holding back, it was the entire island that was just collapsing because of an evil curse. But that's just my issues with Moana. Back to Rapunzel's family issues, I don't know, I'm really actually very disappointed with the queen. Like, when I found out that her voice actress was going to be Claire from Modern Family, I was hoping she would be more Claire-like. A mom who cares, but is kind of frustrated and sarcastic and, just trying really hard to keep everything together while she's slowly unraveling herself. I don't know, more rounded like Elastigirl. Instead, we got this, like, Kim Possible chick where, she just off the flat, I can do anything. I didn't like that. I didn't like how she's trying to say, I encourage you to sneak around your father. I don't get any hint of sadness that, she missed her child. I mean, when she's all smiley and the whole, oh, no one said raising teenagers would be easy. How about kind of go into the part where she was a captive for 18 years, apparently never allowed to leave. God, I'm surprised she's not more pale or scared of sunlight. Like, her mom's character really annoys me and disappoints me. I mean, I didn't want her to be like the brave mom where she was too stern and strict, But that would have made more sense. I don't know, I don't like this characterization at all. No. Going to Cassandra, I actually kind of like Cassandra. I don't love her, I don't hate her, but I like who she is. Like, she's the bad influence friend, you know? Like, she's the friend who's fun to have around. She's not really saying anything wrong, but she's kind of pushing you towards bad ideas. And for Rapunzel, who's desperate to have new friends and desperate to be loved, yeah, she makes sense. Like when she asked Rapunzel to keep a secret from important people in her life. That makes sense. Like, I think Rapunzel needs this kind of bad influence. It's a fun influence. Like, her daddy had all these, like, Cassandra's daddy's apparently the guard head, or, head of the guards. He's the big officer guy. So I want to kind of dive into this characterization of where, Cassandra's seen the worst, and back in the day when Flynn Rider was a criminal, she's seen his bad side, and she would prefer he be locked up. Yeah, Cassandra makes sense to me. Flynn Rider, aka Eugene Herbert, he's himself, he's that goofy pretty boy. He's living the dream, he's got a rich girlfriend, laps of luxury and all that. He's in his, like, late 20s, so now he just wants to do the whole settle down. Let's have kids in this fucking huge mansion your parents will pay for. We don't have to really think or work. We can just enjoy luxuries. I get his life. I don't know. I kind of want there to be more for Eugene, and I think the series wants to do that. Like, in a sneak peek in the commercials, they say Eugene wants to, join the guards and all that. And I say, good dude, have your own character development. Don't just be the boyfriend who wants to get married and all that. Don't just be that. Do something for yourself. Prove your worth being the husband of a princess. My God. I'm a little concerned that he truly loves the castle more than Rapunzel. I mean, yes, he might love Rapunzel because, cute chick who's rich. Or just a cute chick. Had a weird magic adventure together. But I don't know, I'm a little concerned that his love is more for the wealth right now than truly her. I mean, yes, he says it's because he loves her and wants to be with her, but that could just be what he's saying and what he thinks he believes, not what actually he's really feeling. So, yeah, I want Eugene to be more expanded on this. I want him to be a little meaner to her. Not actually mean, but a little more snarky like he was when he was Flynn Rider. I don't know, I want him to be a little tired of her over perkiness. I want him to roll his eyes at her a little bit. And I want her to deal with that. I think that would be good for them. I like that they're nice to each other, but it's a little unbelievable. I mean, in the Aladdin and Jasmine show, like, they would have their fights and quirks. Sometimes friends would say that they were making Jasmine a little too bitchy for wanting attention and wanting to change him. But I don't know, that was kind of Jasmine's thing where she was really spoiled and used to getting what she wanted. So I didn't really take a problem. I like Jasmine. Jasmine will always be like one of my favorite princesses. But anyway, I want them to have a more rounded relationship because we're going to have a series of them, so they better be good. They better be worth shipping. Though I will admit that during the proposal, I was imagining what they would name their children. And to keep in the tradition of ugly names, I think the Fitzherbert children should be named Gargamel and Latrine. Let's see how they deal with that. Ooh, other aspect I'm hoping for this show, please explain the alien rocks, and if you could, Disney Television Studios, can you make some references to the other Disney princesses, like, singing powers, and say that all the love and perkiness in them is a result of alien magic? Then it kind of falls into this, like, Marvel DC superhero thing where, they also have a kryptonite where they'll touch another magic rock and instead of being all perky and beautiful, they'll slowly turn less pretty and cynical. I don't know. I'd watch that. And then try to find a happy medium. Yeah. All the way at the end. Oh, and Maximus. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm pretty sure that horse is the captain. Like, I don't know what Cassandra's dad does these days, but I'm pretty sure, like, Maximus is the general who will outrank him. I love that horse. Oh my god, I love that big white horse so much. He's so tough and strong, and he's the real hero in this show. God, Rapunzel, yeah, she did some fun little hair tricks with, the big bad guy at the end. Honestly, that climax was a little muted to me. But God, am I excited to see more Maximus. Ugh. So yeah, I want to see these characters rounded out. I want to see more Maximus. I want to know what's up with the alien rock, and I want them to say it's aliens. Okay, I want this show to say, yes, Disney magic is based off alien powers. And who knows, maybe even have some crazy Marvel crossover. Yes, these are crazy dreams, but these are my crazy dreams. And there you have them, Internet. So, in 2 weeks, I will have a Rapunzel TV series. I gotta say, all the little trailers make me excited for it, and even though I didn't reach my height of joy with this movie series thing, I'm still very excited for the rest of the series. This was just a startup. The rest of the series can do me more. Oh, also last note, I liked the music in this show more than I did the movie. The one big flaw I had with the movie, other than Rapunzel's characterization, which I actually did like, I don't know, I didn't think the music was Disney worthy. It was like a spoof on Disney that just wasn't good enough. But, the music after I saw Before Ever After, I actually was humming to myself the next day. That's a success. This is Happily Ever After all, where Rapunzel was, she was smiling because she was happy with who she had, but not totally happy with it all. And I liked that. That was sweet to me. And then at the end where that song, that melody kind of dwells into her, I'm gonna let my hair flow song, there's something to that. That was more reaching, I think, Disney epics. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited for the series. I'm excited to think that there'll be more singing in the series, kind of they did with Phineas and Ferb, where each episode has a song. Yeah, I look forward to that. So, yay! Rapunzel the series? Come at me, bro.